I'd throw it, but I want to hang on to it. Anyways, everybody, happy Sunday. Today is October 5th, 2025, and it's also Sunday stretching. So, I'm out of breath and I'm late. I'm like 2 minutes late. Sorry. I feel like there's not really anybody in here in the very, very beginning. Anyway, I'm usually just, getting settled. Yeah, so let me just ground myself as I would suggest you do if you were in my situation. I'm going to try and calm myself down with, ooh, wait. I really tried to contain that. I don't know if you heard it. That was the best I could do. Yeah, I need to calm myself down. My sleep schedule, though not where at the timing that I wanted it to be, it has been consistent, so that's good. But I was like feeling really high vibes for, I don't know, I want to say like the last 2 weeks, aside from being like tired, I wasn't like sensing anything, but like in the last like day, and especially like the last 24 hours, I feel like there's been this like surge of negative energy being pushed onto me. Like, I know the difference between when I'm creating the negativity, like if I'm doubting myself or if I'm sad or something like that, but I can obviously tell when I'm doing something and then all of a sudden there's just like all of these like negative kind of, I don't want to say entities because that's going to creep people out, but yeah, there's just like this negative energy around me, and I know it's not mine, and so I'm trying to figure out like, because I don't ever, like, I don't even like doing, I call it the Uno reverse, which is one of my costumes. Yeah, I don't like sending reverse. I don't like doing like return to sender, because I feel like that's still like keeping the negative energy moving, and like I don't want to circulate that shit. Like if that gets pushed to me, I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna fucking hold on to that shit until it's a diamond, or I'm gonna fucking open the window and let it go. So speaking of window, if you can see or you might be able to hear right now, there's like more wind because I am trying to release whatever the fuck. It's not gonna be good. Just remember, whatever you push out to the universe, you will receive back. Like, that's just how it works. Even if I don't send it back to you, you will get it back. Like I said, I prefer to take energy, period. If you want to give me free energy, fine. It is what it is. If you don't see, then you don't see. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking about it, like, how do I push away or get rid of, because I don't even want to say kill, right? That's not like, how do I make it dissipate? Like, I don't want it to remain. I don't even want it to dissipate. 11 on the phone. I just want it to not be here in the world, but not on some like die shit, just like never existed shit, if that makes sense. Sort of. Yeah, for real. My body. So yeah, I don't know. And that's why I said, I'm like, it's like I feel like I'm fighting someone's energy or some negative energy, and so it's like taking my energy, and it's like I said, it's not like a thought, it's like a feeling. Like I feel like my energy being like pushed in a direction I don't want it to go, and instead of, yeah, because I'm trying to push this energy away, it's taking my focus. See, like, I can't even talk. It's taking my focus away from what I want to be focusing on. And not in like a mental way, like now I'm thinking about this because I don't know what this is, but like in a physical sense. Like I feel like you know, like tug of war, like something's pulling me that way, but this is like not even, you know, like you're not my enemy, you know. I mean, I don't give a fuck whoever you think you are. But yeah. Love and light, everybody. Love and light. Oh, it is sunny. I don't know if you can tell. I feel like it's weird because I stream every day at the same time, and sometimes it's like super loud outside. Sometimes it's like pretty quiet. Like right now, I feel like it's pretty quiet. Like I don't know, maybe it's just me needing to turn on some music. I think it's me needing to turn on some music. See, I'm like so tied up with whatever this energy is that I'm like can't even. I'm out of my routine just like with that. Like manage yourself. I like the one I had on the very last stream I did. I don't remember what it was. But I sometimes just let it flow. I just let it like literally play. And when I do that, it'll have like a whole playlist of stuff that I didn't even hear. Cause I like the screensavers. I think I told you guys that. Like they always have like really cool, like super high quality photos. And or like, you know, those drone shots. Because I even like looking at the ones where it's just like street murals and stuff. Anything that looks pretty. Because like, yeah, when you have like a picture or something, or like even like a poster like I have behind me, like it's just flat. But when you can see it on the screen, like it has that digital dimension, you know. The 4D. Okay, let's see. I want something, I'm gonna do a cleanse. Now you guys can see how I pick out my music. So when I'm doing like I think I've said this too, but like in the opposite direction. Like I'm trying to pump myself up, I listen to like upbeat music. When I'm trying to calm myself down, I listen to more, you know, lower BPMs. And when I feel energy that I don't want, or when I feel something in an energetic way that I want to change or maybe grow, or you know, maybe I want to add something that I don't have, like if I'm feeling sad and you know I want to feel happy, I can find a frequency. And again, frequencies are part of the metaphysical. So again, think of like radios, right? See what I'm saying? Think of like radios, right? Like, you can just tune into those, right? And like you pick up that music and then you take in that vibe, right? So it's the same thing with the frequencies, even though you don't really hear anything other than like, it's tuning you into a certain frequency and you're taking in that vibe. So this particular one has been tuned to certain frequencies that somebody calculated. I don't know how to calculate frequencies. Quantum physicists can do that. And I think I told you guys I'm a quantum physics dropout. It's the hardest class I ever took in my master's program, and it was so hard, bro. It was so hard. I only stayed for like half the class, and I was like, this is gonna ruin my GPA if I don't just drop it, so I dropped it. Yeah, so you calculate these frequencies, and once you calculate the frequency, then you can identify sounds to put together to, again, emanate whatever change or growth or addition, removal. Somebody calculated these sounds, basically. It's not just, ooh, that sounds pretty. Like, it literally is a frequency. Hopefully. People that know what they're doing. People that know what they're doing. If you don't feel a shift in like the first 10 minutes, it's probably not real. That's all it is. But when I used to work at a child care center, like, you know, it's like one of those, like, yeah, I guess it's a child care center. It was also like a daycare after school program. You don't want me to say anything? Fine. If you don't want me to say nothing, I'm gonna stop talking. Confirmation. You guys, this is the first, I guess it's not the first year because that would make it seem like it's happened a lot, but I didn't watch the Mafia-thon at all. Like, when I think about how many hours I watched, it was probably like 2. And most of that was replays on YouTube. Because I just like, I know I could have tuned in, but when like the special guests and stuff were on, it was, I don't know, there was something specific I was doing. And I was like, oh, like I watched some of the Drewski and Kevin Hart one, and then something happened and I had to like tune out, so I only watched like 15 minutes of it or something. I missed the whole Ray J one, which is crazy because if you guys know, the Ray J one was crazy. I didn't see it. This is why I love streaming, because like you literally get that raw content that you will never see again. It'll disappear. Like unless somebody has the ability to clip it right away, it's gone. But like someone like Kai, like you can get that shit wiped so easy. But somebody clipped it and it's crazy. I know the internet's trying to hide it because it is kind of pervy, and I'm not wishing that on him as far as like, I think this is what it is, because like, let's not jump to conclusions, man. But basically, he was at the, why did Diddy just pop in my head? He was at the house or whatever. It wasn't during the sleepover, but it was like, he was, I don't know, maybe they were sleeping, but it was a different sleepover. And so everybody's just like hanging out or whatever. And, you know, they're doing their thing, they're trying to be funny, walking around, talking to each other. And like Ray J walks back, like turns his body to like the wall, and he's looking around and he realizes there's cameras everywhere, right? Because it's a production at this point. So he's trying to hide, but the cameras he can't escape, right? Like the only thing he could really do is like do this, right? And like try and sit down, but then that's gonna make it even more awkward. So you have to like own the situation, which is my mindset. If I was a guy and I was like, you know, celebrity and my job was to entertain, and I was streaming in front of like a couple 100,000 people. So yeah, he's like looking around, and then you can tell like right away he's like, oh shit, there's cameras all over. So he like turns around and he just like starts like swinging it, which I think, that's the part that makes it like cringe, right? Because he's a grown-ass man knowing that there are literally children watching the stream. So it's like a family affair watching this as far as like who's all there. But again, like in terms of the context, I think it might have been weirder if he did try that. Because then it would have been like, dude, are you turned on? And then you'd be like, you know, versus to being like, no, I'm not, bro. Like, because who knows? Like, that's why Diddy just popped in my head. So maybe somebody like gave him something to do that. Sometimes pranking goes too far. And I say that knowing I love to prank people, but there's like a time and a place. Not even a time and a place. Like there's always a time and a place for it. Period. Every time and every place you can do a prank kind of. Even if it's someone that, especially the people that are uptight, you really gotta prank them because it's like, well, you just need you need to switch it up in a positive way. But yeah, doing something like a spider in like a, like a fake spider in like a book or something. That's harmless, but it's also like, who did this? Who the fuck did this? Like, you're not gonna be mad that it's a prank. It's harmless. Whatever. But yeah. She's like, oh. Okay, and keeping this leg as close to the inside as I can. So there's two ways to do this. You can go forward, or you can turn and go this way. So just notice the difference. I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna start with the side first. I have to keep my hat on because my hair is messed up. It's not messed up, it's just I didn't want to do it because I just washed my hair so I can straighten it. So I was like, I don't want to put anything in it. Yeah. Now I'm going forward.
notice how much more I can sink in once I hold it for longer. Like, I remember when I was younger and I used to stretch, it was like, I really thought I was just like, check in with your legs, check in with your arms to make sure nothing like hurts. I would do like, hold it for like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, move on, you know. But now that I recognize the growth you have from just holding it, it's not just like the flexibility that you gain, but it's also like a release of like, I don't know how to describe it yet, but it's like a release in those parts of your body when you finally allow your body to relax, like that tension. You know how they say like when you your hips hold a lot of like memories and tension, like
So you might be doing this thinking, okay, I'm ready to move to the next one. That means your body's still tensed in it. Just let yourself relax. And if you can't reach the ground, if you can't lay all the way flat on your leg, because y'all know when I first started, I couldn't, grab a pillow, place it under you, however big of a pillow you need, and just let your body relax. Literally try and like relax. Don't think about holding, think about just relaxing. Notice how far away my chest is from my leg right now. So this is like my natural hold right now. I'm gonna hold it until it starts to feel loose, and then you'll see how much more I can go. Also, you might notice like I'm moving a little bit, like I'm like kind of moving my foot around. That's actually my leg asking me to like stretch it a little bit further. So I'm just kind of like allowing my leg to go out, which in turn is like bringing my torso down. So you can probably see the difference already from like where it was.
how much closer I am. I was gonna kiss my knee, but my visor stopped, so I'm coming back up slowly.
So one thing I noticed from doing each side, because you're stretching to evaluate as well as any other movements you do, but my moving to my left in the same position, I felt literally nothing in my back. It was all about my hips. But when I turned this way, I could pretty much only feel it like up the side of my back. That was like my hips didn't have a chance because my back was so tight. So that's something I didn't really notice, although I will say I sleep on my left side more than I sleep on my right side. And so I think that there's always like a little bit more tension in the left side because it's, doing the most, basically. It's getting the most pressure and all of that. So I think that's why. But again, that's something I have to either overcompensate for when I'm stretching for a while until they feel even again, or and I should work on not sleeping on my sides, period. And you guys know, I've told you before, like, I don't really have control over my sleep all the time. Like, there'll be days, you guys know, like, I'll be like, oh, I'm about to go ride my bike, it's such a nice day, I feel so pumped up. And then I'll go upstairs and, like, change and shower and all of that, and immediately fall asleep. Like, immediately. And it's not planned, and then I wake up and it's like 5 p.m. and I'm like, what the fuck? So, and you get, I wake up because I have a lot of pillows on my bed. I've gotten rid of a lot of them because of this. Like, I'll wake up on top of like 3 different pillows and look out. It's just like I'm laying on Mount Rushmore. So, I don't know. I do have a pillow though. It's one of those, the fancy pillows where it like has all those different options depending on which way you turn it. But the center of it is like kind of like a hole, which is the best way to lay. That's why a lot of like Asian cultures will lay on the floor. It's actually like way better for your body than anything to not have your back and your stuff elevated, because again, that's like not the natural order of your bones being aligned. So yeah, I'm working on it. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go forward. Move into forward if you didn't already, but my left side, with the side of my left. Can I focus on English right now? Wow. Okay. My left side is super tight. So now when I'm coming forward, even though I'm not on this side anymore, I feel it in my left side. So I just have to pay attention to it. Like, I'm almost like using this hand to support myself. Like, this one's just resting, but this one is kind of like, if you let go, no promises, I do want to use the pillow for this. For me. I feel this like pull to my left side. Literally, my left side's like pulling me to the left. It's crazy. I am using my hand. I have to. So pay attention to that. Don't let your body expand in that same direction, because you're just, again, you want to not overcompensate. Don't compromise your alignment. Stay in alignment. do feel the need to do this one. It is a harder stretch, but because of what just happened with my left side, I'm gonna move back to one that I did, but I'm gonna lay back instead of just sitting up. So if you're like, oh, we already did that one, it's just adding leaning back, which is harder, but my left side needs this, and I can tell. So one leg out, the other one, I like to call this the chicken leg. Fold it back here, and then slowly. See if I can do both hands at once. Okay. I'm gonna move slow. I'm not gonna try and just lay back because my back is that tight right now. Oh my gosh. And again, if you can't lay all the way on your back, which, again, this is hard for me as well. I'm not all the way down like I should be, and I'm not comfortable. So what I'm gonna do is come back up. And again, you can use a pillow. In this case, it's not uncomfortable for me to come down this far. I'm still trying to focus on keeping my back flat and straight, so I don't want to be like peacocking my chest. I'm just gonna let my head hang back. This is also good for your neck. There she goes. Okay. Back up. I don't know what my hair looks like. Oh, ooh, yeah. We keeping this bitch out. Okay, next side. Slowly bring it up. I like to keep my leg completely bent until I bring it all the way back to center, just to keep that alignment as much as I can. And then I'm gonna move to the other side. So chicken wing. Probably won't be able to see my left leg as much as you could with my right, obviously. But I'm gonna let myself slowly move down. Pause here for a minute to see if it's comfortable for me to keep going. If it's not, I'll stay here. If you're up here, I highly recommend, like I said, instead of trying to keep your head up, let it completely relax back. Give your neck a chance to stretch. My back is like arched still while I do this, which is not good, but I do have my weight on my back, like my upper back, so I know if I hold it for long enough, it'll sink down. But I don't want to get to that part until I at least feel comfortable enough having my full weight where it is. And I'm gonna come back up because I could feel this do a little bubble. Like, you know when you get that little bubble? Maybe you don't. If you ever get that little bubble in your leg where it's like this is either gonna release something or it's gonna pop something. I always just bypass. I'm like, nah, I'm not going down that one. Just gonna get move it. Cause yeah, like I said, I don't want to find out one of those options is bad and I chose that. You know, it's not worth the risk for me. Maybe somebody could explain that, a physio somewhere, and could just be like, yeah, like, when you feel that bubble, it means that you're about to have a breakthrough. Yeah, I don't know, no one's ever told me about it. Okay, that one's done. Oh my gosh, you guys see my hair has expanded just since the stream started. That's crazy. That's crazy. What was I gonna do next? I think that was it. As far as like sitting straight down, probably like, am I done stretching? No, just sitting down. I focus a lot more on my hips and legs in this stream than I do in my upper body. My upper body, if you guys follow my TikTok, I spend a lot of time on my upper body, way more than I spend on stream. And not like working out, just in like my lifestyle caused me to do my upper body. I'm really lazy and I have a lot of stairs, so I will stack my arms with like, I don't know how much at this point, but like I'll carry all the groceries. I don't give a fuck. Okay, let me see. I'll do this one more time. Oh, you know what? Last week we saw that I could do this one from that yoga stream, and I really like that because it literally pushes my hips forward before I even go back, so I'm not feeling it here as much. I'm feeling it here, and I really like that, so I'm gonna do that as well. I'm trying not to lean back and have my hat fall off because my hair looks so bad. Honestly, it's ruining everything. It's ruining everything. Hold up. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Ayo. Okay, here we go. Slow, don't move fast. Oh, it feels so much better doing it that way. If you've tried it that way, let me know. Okay, next one, I'm just gonna pop myself over here. Just get back a little bit. only oscillating right now because it feels like my stretching is shifting and I end up just resting on my shoulder, which I don't want to do. I want to just feel the stretch. And in this case, it's in my hips because I'm trying to keep my legs bent while I'm doing this completely flat. So just be mindful of that. Like if you notice that while you're holding the stretch, you're moving your attention or weight to a part of a movement that the stretch wasn't intended for, then you might need to just do what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm gonna straighten my legs out. I'm right here, that way. So one thing I always notice about certain poses, like especially when I first started doing yoga, is that I used to think it was like holding the pose and just, like I said, like resting in it. Sometimes you have to be more active because this stretch isn't really going to do much once you're completely on the ground. You're really just putting all of your weight on the ground. So what I do is I pull my hips back, and I think about like pulling my hips back and then reaching my hands as far forward as I can. And sometimes like I even use my fingertips to grip so I can pull my hips back even more. So that makes you more active in the stretch, and that'll give you more expansion. Tuck my toes under and then push through my hands, keeping my fingers engaged too. Don't just like rest my weight on my palms. It's something I'm getting used to. First time is toe flexed. Second time it'll be toe pulled. Just pay attention on that one.
Also, my butt is up for this one. Now, instead of laying on my knee like I was before, I'm going to shift my knee to the outside of my hip. And then I'm going to go down as far as I can. Now I'm gonna go all the way back with my toe pointed. My heel is gonna be pretty much only on the ground at this point. And then I'm sitting back on my knee while keeping my toe pointed. Back up, and normally I would just twist this way, so I'm already in the pose, but then you won't be able to see me, so I'm gonna actually just, it's gonna look like I did more than I did if I didn't say it. Okay. So my toe is flexed for this one. You can also point your toe for this one. If you're doing mobility Monday, go back and forth. Helicopter, can that please? Oh my gosh. Ah. Let me stop. Put my knee down, and I'm going to come all the way up. This is gonna be a longer string because, like I told you guys, I needed to like calm down. You can probably tell I did from the beginning. Right leg squat, and now I'm actually sitting on my knee with my foot flexed out to the side, perpendicular. And also, you notice how I wanted to like slide down? That brings me back to the stretch we already did. I really do want to stay up because that's going to give me the stretch deeper into my hamstring than the other one. And that's just because my hips are up, so it's got to expand more. If it's out, it would be on the ground, and that would be the end of the stairs. Okay. Now, this transition can be sort of funky. So I'm going to put my hands forward, I'm going to rock forward, tuck my toe, then walk back, bring my hands up, pull my knee in, drop this knee. Let's see if I can remember this sequence on the other side. So I can always tell when I didn't do it the same, but I can't always remember. Okay, next side. How did I get into that one?
I step through from a downward dog. So I'm going to pull this knee back in. I'm going to sit back on my heels. Then I'm going to bring my hands down, tuck my feet under, and come back up. Now I'm going to switch so the opposite foot goes forward. And then I slide my knee down. I can slide because I actually am on carpet. If you can't slide, you probably have to like slowly inch your foot back. Or if you're wearing like pants and you're on hardwood, you might be able to slide without me. As well, keeping my chest over my knee. If you really want to get lazy with it, you can rest your chest on your knee and just chill that way. It's comfortable. And then again, if you feel the need or the urge to expand your stretch after you've been resting in it for a while, then do that. Now I'm going to place my hands on my side and slowly rock my hips back with my toe pointed forward, not bringing my back down, not bringing my butt down to my foot, keeping my chest up. Sorry, did I say my foot was pointed? It should be flexed. My legs like quivering. That looks so cool. How is it formed that way? Oh my gosh. It looks like a megalith. Okay. Now I'm gonna walk forward. This time with my knee to the outside of my shoulder. Don't slide out of alignment like I just did. It started getting comfortable, so I started relaxing. Don't let the relaxation take you out of alignment. The alignment is more important. Okay, now bringing my arm back to the outside, and I'm going to point my toe as I slide all the way back, intentionally sitting on my foot, and then pointing my toe. Now I'm gonna come back up, same way I started, with the low lunge, but instead of coming all the way up, and I'm gonna have to turn to the side for this, but I'll show you it this way first. Instead of coming all the way up, I'm going to slide my leg out to the side, keeping it straight if I can the whole time. Okay, so this is what it looks like if I didn't turn. I need to turn in order for you to see. Okay, so here, just letting my legs sink into this spot. It's nice, it's comfortable, and I can still feel the stretch. It should keep my foot active when I do this. a set, whether that's pointed or flex or both. But don't just let it lay like I was doing. Okay, now I'm going to try and drop my foot without hitting zone. All the way up. Thankfully I can see myself, so I want to make sure my hips are square. And just slowly out. Hips stay square. Hands out in front of me, tuck my toe underneath. Sit up and then bring in my foot to make a 90-degree angle. When I'm ready, stay here if it's tight until you feel like your hips are square and it's comfortable. And then once that's the case, keep your hips straight. So official ref. Is that a Hitler sign?
My bad. Oh gosh.
Alright, I am gonna sit back now. This one can be a little bit tricky, especially if you have tight quads. It's okay to use your hands. Away from the beam. Here, I'm gonna put my hands back down, tuck my toes. I'm gonna come forward just for a bit. Then I'm gonna drop my hips down and bring my body all the way to the ground. Put my arms out like a T. One arm comes up towards my chest in a 90-degree angle. The other foot comes up in a 90-degree angle on that same side. And then I just turn my body over. You may not get all the way to putting your foot on the ground behind you, and that's okay. This is for your shoulder. It can also be for your low back, but this is for your shoulder. Alright, opposite side. Really? Look at her, she's like, I'm done with you doing this.
since I'm already here, I'm gonna have both of my legs in a 90-degree angle. And then I'm gonna try and reach back and grab my toes. If you can't grab your toes, you can hopefully wear a pair of pants and then grab onto the back of your pants, wherever that may be. You can also use a strap, but I've never used a strap. I've seen people use it, but that's one of those things that's like more complicated to me than just putting on some pants if I need to. Which thankfully I don't. If you feel like you can, bring your legs up. Come back down. Do a little Patrick here. Alright, coming back up. Coming back up. This does require a prop, although I'm pretty sure everyone can find a substitute of some sort. You can use a scarf, you can use a belt. This is actually, it looks like a yoga strap. It's actually a yoga mat strap. So there's like yoga straps that you use to do yoga, and then this one, you basically like put your yoga mat, you roll it, and you put it in here, and then you put it in here, and then it has a handle. But I double it as a strap. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna firmly grab my strap in front of me. At this point, you just want to have your arms out to the side. I'm not sure if you can really tell where the flexion is going to be until you get into the stretch. If you notice you try to move and your arms are too far apart or your arms are too close together, then just adjust from there. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my arms up. This is again for alignment's sake, so make sure you're not like leaning to one side. And then I'm going to try and pull my arms back. So if you notice, my hands kind of release the strap a little bit to have more. And the further out your hands, the easier it will be, obviously, because you're not stretching your traps as much this way. Okay, so see how far apart my hands are from just adding that. So I'm going to try now to do the same thing without expanding my hands, because that felt a little easy for me. I just did it out of like habit, I guess. Oh, okay, it's still very tight, but this is a good example. So I tried to go back. I noticed that my right side wanted to pull back, my left side wasn't there yet. So I'm going to keep my alignment. I'm going to slowly expand my hands. I don't want to go really fast because I don't want to just give myself more slack than I actually need. And then I'm actually kind of holding here and making sure that I'm completely even. Again, it's really easy to just pull back on one side and just be like, okay, I can go around. There is a mobility exercise where you do go around, but this is really about like being able to pull your arms back and engage your traps. I can do the other one for mobility one day tomorrow. Okay, now I'm pulling all the way back. Oh. You guys hear that? Okay, that wasn't necessarily the smartest thing to do, but it felt like it would have felt good. So basically, if you didn't hear that just now, I tried to pull my arms up, but I felt like tension, and it felt like I wasn't going to get over the hump. And the only thing I would be able to do to get over the hump is to just chuck my, like, do it, just really do it. And I did, and it made a crackling sound in my shoulder, but it didn't hurt. It felt good. So could have went the wrong way, obviously. It could have been like a injury, but it felt like it would have been okay, if that makes sense. It didn't feel like I was gonna get a pop. That was just like, so I needed that pop, apparently. Oh yeah, I needed it. See, now I've got full motion and it's smooth and it doesn't feel really tight.
I needed my right shoulder pop, which is funny because I always feel like it's my left shoulder that's giving me more trouble. Okay. Last stretch, I'm just going to check in with my arms one more time because I am going to go do some handstands after this. And if you guys have been following me on TikTok, I've been doing handstands every day for the last few months now, I feel like, which is kind of sad because I haven't progressed as much as I want to. But yeah, so I do wear a costume every single day, not just for street, if you're curious. They haven't been super exciting right now. Honestly, like a lot of the costumes that I would wear are not compatible with handstands, and I've learned that the hard way, just with the things that I thought would be safe. So like a lot of my costumes have like accessories and stuff like that. The costume just wouldn't look the same if it didn't have the accessories. Like one of them I'm still trying to do. It's like this construction handyman kind of costume. But like, what am I gonna do with a bunch of tools on my tool belt? You know, as soon as I try and do a handstand, it's over with. So it's like, do I even want to try? Maybe just do like a little fit check in the very beginning and then take it off. I don't know yet. Because that wasn't a factor when I was thinking about it in the very beginning. I was kind of like, oh, I have a costume for every day. I've got plenty of costumes. And then I realized, like, wait, they're not all necessarily going to work out for handstands. We'll see. I'll make it work. Alright, everybody. That was Mobility Monday. Wow. Okay, that was Sunday stretching, and today is Sunday, October 5th, 2025. And it's Halloween every day. Every day this month is Halloween. So I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be Mobility Monday, and at least for sure I know I'm going to do something with the strap. So if you want to learn more using the strap, come back tomorrow. And I will see you my legs. I will see you guys then. Bye.